What's up, friends, fans, and fellow heretics? It's me, Sylvia Thay, your girl, the heretic, playing Pentiment. So, the one thing we were going to do today was steal from the sacristy. That's how I'm saying it. Sacristy? I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So the sacristy is over here in the church. And we are going to go see if we can steal from there. So let's do this. Okay, it is right here, and it is locked. So, I'm trying to decide if I want to speak to Brother Matthew. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to Brother Matthew and see if he has a key that I can convince him to give to me. Okay.
God bless you, Andreas.
How was the sacristy today, Matthew?
The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mahler?
No, I was just being friendly.
Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you.
Alright, I'm going to ask him a favor. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you.
Yes, Andreas?
I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early.
This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before.
I only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish it in the next few days anyway.
Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble, not only for Curacao, but for Tassing as well.
I can either... Let's see. I'm gonna ask this one. Because it agitates me that he increased taxes. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gernert?
What is this about, Andreas?
I would like to help the Gernerts pay their taxes to the Abbey.
The Gertners' failure to pay their taxes have reached even you, I see. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mahler.
So he gave me the money.
Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Prior Fern,
because I can't pronounce his name properly. Thank you, Brother Matthew.
God bless you, Andreas.
If God really wanted to bless people, then he wouldn't put people in charge that all they do is tax people. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly to make sure she receives it because I don't trust a fucking person. That makes me sad. I kind of looked forward to stealing stuff. Okay, well, let's go to work. Brother Pero!
Andres, God bless you. Good to see you.
Good morning, Brother Pero. Good to see you as well.
I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming.
Big George Gurner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Heretic has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming.
Don't forget, Brother Guy, the fate of youths who jeer the age Prophet Elisha outside of Bethel.
Mauled by bears, weren't they?
She-bears.
Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Heretic?
I'm comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord in his ineffable wisdom may choose to strike down.
I'm not gonna say anything. Let the two spit at each other. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Fern is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Fern is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic.
You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful.
Oh no, Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he is visiting.
Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Watch your mouth or I'll give you something to worry about. What? Threatening a monk? What's wrong with you? Your face! Okay. You're the one mocking old men. What's wrong with you? Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like everyone else.
Andres, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freesing. Kirsau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention.
Well, if Prior Fern isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indermar manuscript. I'm sorry. I read that, and all I could hear was Earl from Borderlands. What you want? What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Endermar manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Could I just get the book? Ugh, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? No, why are you complaining? Isn't this your job? Isn't writing books your job? Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Andreas? Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Endermar manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Thank you.
Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming?
Of course, your opinion's always welcome.
Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of color is also quite rich. Nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene.
It doesn't feel right. I don't know why.
It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work.
That's what clients want.
What do you want? Where are you in this work?
I want to do a good job. I want my clients to be satisfied.
Do you think that you'll do a good job if you thoughtlessly imitate other artists' work? What does this painting represent?
It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter.
Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot.
What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted.
But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth.
It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. And that is truth.
Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time.
Why is that? Why has Kirsau kept this up for so long?
Some people, some places, have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing be brought to truth.
Okay, how misogynistic do I want to be? Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read anything? No, I'm not gonna do that. But that, like, what the fuck? You know? I think there'll always be a place for artists like you and Brother Aenok. Guy. Fuck you, Guy. Let's just say Brother Guy, too. And Brother Guy.
It's kind of you to say so, Andrews, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life, and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Where has the time gone? It is already terrace.
Terse? Turch? Turk? I can't. I can't, okay? I can't.
Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas.
Until later.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I feel that. That stretch, I feel that. The fuck are you doing? What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint onto the floor, but then Prior Fern came in and wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Fern should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. You seem to be in a great hurry. I think he is on edge since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? A clear chronicle. I don't know why it did that. Oh, because I clicked that. It gives you... Oh, that's cool! Hey! It gives you, like, little definitions and stuff. Okay, that's something I didn't know. Now I know. Now we all know. Click it. No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. Bullshit! But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries of Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz? No, it is not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me... Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Wolfgo? Why is Prior Fern so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It is for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of Aeneid? What is that? A poetic epic telling the legend of Aeneas? Okay. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh! I know the one. They're among Perrow's favorites. He keeps them by his desk. They're not his to keep. Shit. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Perrow started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Perrow. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover Dido. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Perrow? We all have our vocations. Brother Perrow takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? Okay, this is another one where I can either be misogynistic or I can try to understand. Alright, how would you know? True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. See, back in this time period, agreeing with a woman that her lot in life was bad would put him in the fire. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is our lot. Haha! You guys thought it was just church. No, we're getting political up in this bitch. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now, the books, if you please. Thank you. Next, Wretched Gurin. This is a printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. What's that? An Italian chivalric romance written by Andrea de Barberino in the early 15th century. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Heretic was reading it. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadeo Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurin learns his royal blood and the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. Redemption will still be waiting for them when they put the book down. Yes, always. But they still must choose redemption. Should we go on sinning so grace will increase? Of course not. Fantasy leads to Okay. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Paul's words can be hard to recall when you're suffering because of your station. That is exactly when his words are most needed. Oh my gosh. I'm so sick of the whole God won't give you more than you can handle bullshit, because there are people that commit suicide because God has given them more than they can handle. Okay. I need to chill. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadea Rusco's property. The book, please. There is only one book left, then you will be free from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. Oh, I remember that. I believe Brother Guy was reading it. There it is. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Huh, maybe I should have learned French at some point. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Mahler. One the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? let's just float up and not tell me. Okay. 200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed even if their content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. The Church was wrong. I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas, and Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned that it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Read it! Read it and become a French heretic! Yes! Okay. That's not funny. I'm serious. So am I. Give me the book or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothvogel. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the Abbey, far away. I'll be gone by the time Father Gernot asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out here for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? I'm trusting you in this, Andreas. Against my better judgment, don't make me regret this. See, that's how, when it says this will be remembered, that little box that popped up beside what I was saying is, like, if I didn't offer to help her and then this was going on, the 5 blue triangles would have been like a couple of red triangles facing down. Yay, achievement! Talk to her. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly, though, I need to finish up here soon. She may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. The Baron is quite wealthy, quite educated, and he loves fine art. I think it's clear why he enjoys your company. Most of his peers don't share his passion for modern thinking, nor are they as interested in art. You are a rare thing, Andreas Mahler, an artist with a university education. You may not be of high birth, but whatever the Baron's faults may be, he chooses to fraternize with common people, sometimes with unpleasant consequences. Did something happen? Someone in the Abbey? Yes, but I can't say anything more than that. It was a tragic affair. No one at the Abbey wanted to deal with it then, and certainly no one wants to dig up the past now. Should I be concerned for my safety, sister? I can't say I don't know Baron Rothvogel much more than you do, Andreas. But there is an inherent danger to walking in the shadows of a powerful man. Just be careful. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Wait, how will you get to church if you can't enter the scriptorium? I thought this was the only door into the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the Abbey, and like any old place, it has its shared secrets. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. I want to see if I can get into the sacristy. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the Abbey. Okay, but I want to check this out. I wonder what Prior Fern was doing with this book. From the libraries of the University of 5 Churches, the Hungarians call it PEX. That's where Fernman's from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. A friend of his? Text on astronomy. It looks like... I'm not familiar with it. Sloppy bookhand couldn't have been produced by an abbey of note. bastard script. Burgundian, Flemish. Not from here, not recently. It's definitely Finnick's handwriting, between the lines and in the margins. Is he notating the text for his personal use? In any case, it's thorough commentary. What's this? Looks scribbled, not like Fern to be so sloppy. And he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Greek, to be sure. I can't even pronounce that, so I'm not even gonna try. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word, just a jumble of letters. This must be some kind of cipher. What is the key? Suppose we'll figure it out in due time, but I'll copy this all down for reference later. Right now I'm just kind of... Is anybody home? No, but I'm gonna take this. What's this? I've seen these before in the astronomy and medical tract. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interest fashioned this. A quarter turn of upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol in the top of the lower disc, and that reveals a different set of letters underneath. Must be related to the Greek letters I found in Fern's book. I need to compare them. But these symbols aren't the same. The elements don't appear in the cipher, and the astrological symbols are on the valve. There has to be some connection between them that I'm missing. If I could find some way into the library, I'm sure there's a book I could use to figure this out. Sister and Lone Naughty is in there most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way after dark. And if all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stoltz. He lives off of the North Commons. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. By beating his ass! I mean... talking peacefully. You guys know I'm not violent. I am not a violent person. I am not... I'm not violent. Library. I'm like, she shouldn't be in there now. Maybe if I go in and knock. I'm going into the sacristy. I'm going to steal some shit. What's in here? And a lot of the investments Father used during Mass. Probably where the funds of the abbey are stored. The sacristy is also the treasury. Chalice pen. Almost everything you need for Mass other than the host. Man, I could have waited. Damn it. I could have waited until dinner. What's in the chapter house? Dance of Death mural. Father Methodist had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Okay. Alright, let's just... Alright, let's go talk to Otto. What are you doing, Martin? Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? You know, if you're looking to pilfer from the Baron, I recommend smaller valuables. What? What are you talking about? I'm not. I don't like this kid. I wasn't good.
Shh, stop talking about it.
It's been a busy day. I'm having a break enjoying the sun, nothing more. Listen, I'm trying to help you not get in trouble, idiot. Eat shit! I'm done talking. You're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble. Otto.
Good day! Good day, Master Matter!
I don't know what his voice sounded like. Okay. Ah! Andreas, good to see you! I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas. Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the Abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. How did the morning treat you?
Not too bad, thanks.
I hurt my damn hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the Abbot's house. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the Abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. Jeez.
Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the Abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind.
Anyway, I say you walking with the Baron Rothvogel. I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people of Tassing and Kerso.
Oh, right. I saw him get into it with Lucky this morning. I'm not one for gossip, but that can't be good for anyone.
Odd. I've been in a fair number of scrapes, and I know the type of man that will look for any excuse to fight. Lucky doesn't seem like the type. No, you're right. Lucky doesn't look for fights, but when fights find him, he's not the one lying on the ground at the end. If he was arguing with Rothvogel, he must have had a good reason. It seems like the Baron left more than one bad impression on his last visit to Tassing. I think he made some enemies at the Abbey as well. It's not right. He's done real harm to the people here, but the law will never touch him. He even left a young woman in a bad way.
Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that.
Nothing says hate like Christian love. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Ranning. May he rest in peace.
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character.
We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. What did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. Sure, I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry where your next meal is going to come from. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy. It's not envy, Andreas. No one should get away with what he does, what this Abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the Abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the Abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. When the church is supposed to be our shepherd, when they act as our lords, it's hard to see how they're helping us. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bauer's sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix the fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. And before you say it, Andreas, that's more than just gossip. Look at him over there, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. I admit, he's just a boy. He still has time to change. Boys will be boys! Anyway. I've never known a thief to change, but maybe his responsibilities will make a man out of him. Speaking of the Bauer sheep, their ewes are shorn, and the women will be spinning it soon, Otto. Oh, I used the wrong voice. I got it, Andreas. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Andreas. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me if you get a chance. Of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium until later. Time to get back to work. What's going on here? God! Wait.
God bless you, Andreas.
Hello, Brother Matthew. What are you doing out here?
I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kissaus Sacrius, I tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. He is the patron of Tassing and Carousel both, so it's my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for.
The shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I leave, I always leave inspired.
The martyrdom of St. Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You are familiar with the life of St. Moritz, are you not?
Unfortunately, I did not learn about all of the minor saints in the university.
Though he may not be well known in the church, St. Moritz is both Tassing and Kirsau's patron saint. You ought to learn something about him while you are here.
Very well.
St. Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated.
Sounds dreadful. I really don't want to hear this.
The Lord calls us to cast down our lives for our brothers and sisters in faith, Master Mother. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates St. Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction.
Yeah, I've heard about some of the pagan history in the town.
There are some in Tassing who still cling to the pagan traditions, yes. God save them. St. Moritz and his legion were snowed into this pass, and the pagan townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Satya, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Morris to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Morris and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts. The town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains.
What happened to Satya?
She, too, was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm.
Huh.
I see the mysteries of our saints have overwhelmed your intellect. Many are affected so. God bless you.
Until later, brother. It didn't overwhelm my intellect. I just didn't want to be like, thank you for giving me a history lesson I didn't ask for. Okay. Brother Heretic, this work. I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed.
Brother Pryor, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God!
And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Pryor. I will work harder. Pero! I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind not corrupted by age, so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. God, shut up, Fern. Stop taking out your frustrations on an old man. You impudent knave. How dare you speak to me like that? I'm the master of this scriptorium. It is my place to run the scriptorium as I see fit. I agree, Brother Pryor. Brother Pero's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this.
Please, everyone, this is my work and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Fern is right.
Prior Fern? Is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can explain. No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest, I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity toward Kirsau is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. Of course. We only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andres, good to see you again. How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Oh, these are the people from the dream! Oh! I didn't realize that until now. These are the people, these are your consciousness. Consciences? Consciences? Just nod. I'm going to have him say this. True, all men are equal in Christ, are we not? Ah, well. Father Gernot, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your No, I'm not talking about the script. That's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is all right with it. If it takes the pressure off Brother Pero, I'd be delighted to complete the work. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. I have not said supper since I was, 12. Last time I said supper. That's, I'm from originally, I was born in the state of Montana. Instead of saying, let's go to dinner, we say supper. If supper is, between 4 and 6 p.m. Anytime after 6 is supposed to be dinner. Anyway. Nonsense! You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend, the French bishop, would deny additional guests at his table. Oh! I hate that. Oh, yes, I did beat up my desk. I actually beat up the little wrist thing on my desk. I hate that. I hate that. I'm good friends with this powerful person. If you don't do what I say, I'm going to contact them. That is the most Karen thing I've ever seen! I'm sorry I'm yelling. I'm very angry. Okay? I'm angry. Let's continue. What do you think? I think you should suck my beep! I understand. Yes, you are right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. I want to make it clear right now that every episode, all the voices are going to be different. Except probably Brother Pero. You planned this. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. You can suck my dick, Fern. Oh, go to hell, Fern.
Brother Prior, Andreas was not to blame for any of this. I am.
Yes, you are. And you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Prior Fenric is right, of course. No wonder we don't get any more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? If anybody is the embarrassment here, it's you, Fern. Brothers! If you please, Sister Zendaya and I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatory for supper at the abbot's table. I don't want to have supper at the abbot's table. I was looking forward to eating dinner with the Druckers. I want to have lunch with them. Okay. I'm so mad about it. Now, I make no qualms about what I'm doing. I looked up a thing on how to decipher or cipher that note. Like how to read the cipher. God damn it. If I could, talk. So, now I'm trying to figure out how to do it. So we gotta get into the library. What are these? These 2 markers go back centuries all the way to the founding of the abbey. Investigate. A lovely relief of Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Now what? Hey! Huh, secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. We're going in. After dark. We'll wait until we're supposed to go back. Hold on. I have to go to the lavatory in the cloister.
Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you. None of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us.
That's a shame. I always enjoy our talks.
Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like, though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter.
I wish you could take my place, Brother Pero. You deserve the honor, and I don't want to be there! Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating.
Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Anders, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us in Kersu Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career.
There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so.
Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now, I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside.
Yep, here we are. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gurnett, Father Thomas, Prior Fern. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the God of the living God, Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew, wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this is not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And if I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Yes, I studied it extensively. I'm just gonna nod. "I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gurnett, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My God, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? This is a motherfucker I would stab with a fork. Like, shut up and enjoy your food, dude. Look at everybody. Look at them. They're all angry. They're all mad. They're all like, shut the fuck up. Sorry. He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? Like, okay, I know I'm Heretic playing Pentiment, but this is just rude. Obviously, dude doesn't want to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. They want to sit in silence and enjoy their meal. Okay? And you keep pushing it. Stop pushing it. If someone doesn't want to talk about it, shut the fuck up about it. Sorry, I'm angry. This whole video is just me being angry. Anyway. My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes. How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? And he's talking this bullshit about church while sitting at a... This dude may have been, or may seem well educated, but he's a fucking idiot. Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine. What about Andreas? Leave me alone! Leave me out! I didn't even want to be here! Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. He's really put me in a difficult position. Is there to defer to the abbot's authority and decline? I need to be quiet. I don't know what else to do. To hell with the abbot. If he can't handle low criticism, he isn't fit to sit at the fancy table. This... I love the jester. I'm gonna pick that one. That doesn't seem like the most prudent attitude at the moment. Because that's everyone's intrusive thoughts. I love him. I must respect Father Abbott's wishes at his table, which is what you should do. Respect the heads. Everyone clearly is telling this guy to shut up and leave it alone. Don't discuss it at the table. We're trying to eat. We're trying to, be in the spirit and shit. Leave us alone. Let us eat. And he keeps pushing it. So, I'm respecting the abbot's wishes. I may not be, see eye to eye with the abbot or the church or any church, but I can at least have some respect for a man who was forced to have me here, even though neither of us want me to be here. Et tu, Andreas? I expected more of you. Oh, do I have a fork? Enough! Lord Rothfogen, you are our guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reforming is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds. No shit! I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This guy just pisses me off. Okay. And I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tassia. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome, fathers, brothers, Andreas. Good night. Yeah, dude, fuck all the way off with your bullshit. Thank you, Andreas, for not letting him engage you in his debate. No good would have come of it. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Pero, please accompany Andreas out. I will take my leave as well. Good night.
Don't worry about Father Gernot and the Baron. I'm sure it will all be fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself.
I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven.
Think on Matthew, Andreas. Our forgiveness should come like God's love, freely, without condition.
Bullshit! Okay, I have a problem with that one. Because my dad is a good example of someone that's not going to be forgiven, especially by my sister. But I have forgiven him in my heart, which took a huge burden off of me, surprisingly. But it does not come freely. You have to make peace with the fact that they will likely never change, and that you don't have to have them in your life because of that. I made peace with that. My sister is still very, very, very hurt by what my dad did. He was an alcoholic. He was into doing drugs, cocaine, heroin, crack, all of that. So, yeah. Anyway.
In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake.
Brother Pero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas?
Ha! That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I'm just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son.
I should get some sleep. Okay. We're going to end it here because this video is probably already over an hour long. And when we come back, we're going to sneak into the library and get that book so that we can decipher that thingy. And I am going to try not to get angry anymore. But you and I both know, all y'all know, I am going to get angry. And we're okay with that, right? We're okay with that. You better be okay with it. Like, not to be threatening or anything, but there it is. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much, my fellow heretics. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!
You ain't never gonna get me to be tamed. I go insane, you can't detain this beat, yo, when I came to stay, cause girl, I came to play. Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know.